Earth of Trine is our planet, which has been cleared and reshaped at will by three deity-like immortals, possessing the power to traverse both space and time. The life that now inhabits this world was shaped by one of three paths. Evolving from survivors of the purification event, being transported from the past by the deities themselves, or being artificially created entirely by these immortal beings. In this visual presentation, we delve into the remarkable adaptation and success of a specific group of survivors who have played a pivotal role in shaping the Earth of Trine ecosystems for millennia. The descendants of the feral cows on the Earth of Trine have undergone significant changes and adaptations due to the unique circumstances of the purification event and the subsequent climate shift. These descendants, having evolved over a short period of time, exhibit several distinct traits and characteristics. Some have developed thicker, furry coats to withstand the changing temperatures, while others have grown more aggressive or developed unique features to better forage for food. Some have even developed the ability to communicate and cooperate with each other, forming herds for protection and survival. The descendants of the feral cows have become an essential part of the Earth of Trine's diverse ecosystem. As the population of feral cows grows out of control, competition over territories and food sources intensifies, leading to more frequent confrontations among these creatures. Both males and females become increasingly aggressive, engaging in fierce attacks on each other. An interesting shift occurs. The cows with horns become less common, while hornless dome-headed cows are beginning to emerge. These cows, with their heads resembling those of a Pachycephalosaurus or a Discocarex, still charge at each other, but their dome-shaped heads do not inflict as severe wounds as the horns, reducing the risk of infection and death even for the victorious animal. Natural selection works in favor of the hornless cows, as they prove to be better at surviving confrontations and reproducing. Over time, they become the dominant and populous cow subspecies on the Earth of Trine, while the horn-bearing cows slowly become more rare. The hornless cows, with their Pachycephalosaurus-like heads, have won the natural selection race, and their prevalence on the Earth of Trine now determines the shape of the cow species' evolutionary path. We find ourselves in a period known as the Cowpen Age, marked by an atmosphere laden with the gas methane, released by the vast number of cows. This elevated gaseous presence has resulted in an unprecedented warmth throughout the Earth of Trine, creating an environment favorable for extraordinary innovation and experimentation. The common bumphead is a highly abundant species of cattle, found in a variety of habitats including wetlands, forests, highlands, and prairies. Females prefer to live in herds of between 10 and 30 related animals as well as their offspring, while some of the juveniles break away yearly to form new herds as they come of age. Males, on the other hand, tend to live in smaller bachelor herds of 3 to 5 brothers or cousins. Both sexes exhibit nomadic behavior, with the bachelor herds more so than the female and juvenile groups. Feeding patterns differ between the sexes, with both genders consuming a versatile diet, browsing and grazing on a diverse foliage. As the breeding season approaches, both males and females engage in hunting small game, scavenging, and seeking out eggs of other animals. For the males, this behavior supports their heightened levels of testosterone, necessary for mating rituals and contests, while for the females, this increased activity is crucial for gaining the necessary proteins and energy to give birth to a large calf. Within the depths of the forests, the strange throne game creature, descendant of horned cows, thrive amid their unique environment. Unlike their ancestors, the throne games have developed an affinity for flightless bumblebees as a preferred source of nutritious food. Their evolution has led to the development of remarkable head crests, which they use not only to attract potential mates but also to intimidate rivals with intimidating displays. These crests have become a key aspect of their behavior and social interactions. The moink is a curious descendant of cows, with a semi-aquatic lifestyle. Their physique displays heavy armor in the form of thick, wrinkled skin, which makes them nearly impervious to attacks and provides added protection. This armor also contributes to their ability to sink to the bottom of rivers and estuaries with ease, granting them access to a rich diet of aquatic plants without the need to actively swim downward. However, this denseness comes with its own vulnerabilities, as they can still drown if the waters are too deep or fast-flowing. Their breathing capabilities allow them to stay submerged for up to 20 minutes. In addition to their grazing and browsing habits, the moink are known for their opportunistic scavenging behavior. They actively seek out small fish, crustaceans, and other aquatic creatures to supplement their diet. When fresh fruit falls from trees, the moink seizes the opportunity to consume it, adding another dimension to their varied feeding habits. The catoblepas, enormous and aggressive creatures, stand at a towering 3.5 meters tall. With an appetite that is equally impressive, these colossal cows possess the ability to completely strip a small forest of its vegetation within mere weeks. In their insatiable hunger, a collective of catoblepas can decimate one forest after another, crossing rivers in search of more sustenance. These titanic cows are reminiscent of the fearsome sauropods of the Mesozoic era, and their presence on the Earth of Trine has introduced a new element of danger and environmental disruption. After a period of 15,000 years known as the Cowpen Age, the global warming and subsequent extinctions caused the deities to become concerned. To address this ecological imbalance, they brought forth new flora and fauna from the past through harvests. Several bovines, having shown less destructive behavior in the grasslands, survived and thrived during this transition, despite the loss of species like the catoblepas. This marked the beginning of a new era on the Earth of Trine, shaped by the arrival of these newcomers. Forest moors, one of the few surviving species, stay within wooded areas and are found in relatively small herds led by an elderly cow and protected by a singular bull. Despite possessing formidable armaments, these animals are not aggressive in nature and generally only charge smaller predators. Those among them who had displayed such bold and reckless behavior, particularly when facing larger theropods, did not survive and did not pass on their impetuous genes to future generations. Nevertheless, the male forest moors still engage in charging behavior against one another. Our concluding visual presentation introduces us to the almost mythical Megator, the ultimate evolutionary descendant of cows. At an astounding 5 tons, they rival in size even the non-related megatheriids Ermatherium and Megatherium. Adults of this species possess sparse hair and thrive in mosaic forests. Their specialized, modified hooves are particularly adept at lowering branches, providing both functionality and defense against potential threats. Although their primary threat comes from the fearsome croak, the megators have found an effective stratagem against this predator. By traveling in small herds and keeping their backs close to trees, they effectively protect themselves from frontal assaults, rendering themselves nearly invincible in such situations. The only remaining vulnerability is from attacks to the rear, but these creatures are acutely aware of this weak point and travel in groups to cover each other's blind spots. The future of this lineage of giants seems exceptionally promising given their adaptability and resilience. Despite the passage of time and the changing environment, the descendants of the feral cows on the Earth of Trine has evolved into almost unrecognizable forms, showcasing the incredible diversity of life on this alternate planet.